what's something that, musically or not, that maybe someone would be surprised to know about you?
I don't know. I'm pretty much an open book. I don't really hide a lot. I don't know.
I don't even know what that word means.
Why do you find Daddy interesting? What do you find interesting about Daddy?
Hard question.
Can you braid your hair?
No. No.
You don't let him?
Well, he can't do braids or one braid. He only can do ponies.
He's doing better at ponytails, right?
Yeah.
He appreciates fashion advice. He loves the show Friends.
Let's be honest. How many people have such a vast collection of ties with a musical theme?
Gabe's an excellent cook, which complements my not so great cooking skills.
See, he's a huge softie. He has like a bag of chocolate in his desk and he'll like give you a piece if you know you're having a bad day. Just things like that.
I don't think there's a secret to Mr. Cohen. I've just never met anyone who carries himself the way that Mr. Cohen does.
Mr. Cohen is very fascinating in a way that his personality is super unique just to him. Like, all personalities are unique, but Mr. Cohen is above and beyond.
Cohen's in a... Oh. Mr. Cohen, everybody.
Come to our mattress sale this Sunday. There's a microphone.
Oh my goodness. Please don't forget to come to our mattress sale. Everyone in town might need a mattress.
My grandmother passed away when I was in 3rd grade, so I started taking piano lessons in 3rd grade. And then I just was always really interested or intrigued by playing trombone. So I bugged my parents in 5th grade and 6th grade to play in the school band. And finally they let me play in 7th grade. I started playing trombone in 7th grade and made it through high school.
He was very active in the Central High School band and has always enjoyed the music. He must get his musical talent from my mother.
And then I actually earned a scholarship for playing trombone in the marching band at the University of South Carolina. So I went there, spent my 4 years in college, marched for 4 years, and came back to New Hampshire and started teaching after I graduated college.
What was it about trombone that...
That's a funny one. It was the only instrument that didn't have buttons, so I chose trombone. I was extremely awkward in high school, and I found music and band to kind of be my home base. I always felt at home with that group of people. My high school band director, his name was David Bresnahan, and he really just his enthusiasm and love of music really interested me. Music for me was always weird because it was, for some reason, always a thing that I gravitated toward, but it was always secondary in my mind. Like when I applied for colleges, I wanted to find a school that had a good music program, but I was going to major in something different. And I just kept going with music, and it just kind of turned into something that I do every day. I tell the kids all the time that music is my hardest subject. I've had to work really hard at it.
My relationship with Mr. Cohen has definitely taught me that it's okay to learn from someone even when you're scared of the topic. Like, music is really hard for me. I'm not good at reading notes. About the only thing I get is rhythm, and rhythm is only a very small part of music. And so I've really taken that from learning from him, is that you just have to put yourself out there and try it.
His teaching style is not only like unique and different, but like really diverse, and he uses a lot of different methods that I've never seen before, and he just really approaches it in a unique way.
When we're in a classroom, he really likes to do a thing called balance and blend. He wants the whole band to be one sound, one group, so he really pushes that onto the group.
He is willing to commit all of his time to band and to the students at Concord High School. From every day in the summer coming in and organizing, he is always so committed to doing the best for the school.
I want my students to just love music as much as I do. I understand that most of them are not going to become music teachers or be professional musicians, but I hope that I have created an atmosphere that kids really want to be a part of and feel welcome and feel at home, and everyone has a place in our music department.
He can pick out notes, he can pick out tunes. It amazes me. That is what I find fascinating. I wish I had the ear for that.
Oh, good God. I like all kinds of music. Really, Chicago rock music that have horn sections in it has always been kind of my go-to. I don't know if it's as much the sound as much as that it's also music I can participate in and really enjoy, right?
When they're tuning the band, it amazes me in a band of 100 and whatever they have, 150, we'll round it up, that he can be in that classroom, in the band classroom when they're warming up, and he can pinpoint who's out of tune.
I always use it and try to take an educational approach to everything. I try to expose students to all different styles of music, but every once in a while I'll get somebody who asks for a classical piece or a romantic piece or something for a concert band. So we try to accommodate as much as possible, but I always make sure that everyone knows it has to fit into our program. It's not just a random selection. We have a process of choosing. I don't know if it's harder to connect with them that way. I think that it's just a different expectation. On some levels it's easier, you know. These kids have all this technology and I can use it to our advantage. Teach when the right time to use a phone is, you know. It's not in the middle of a concert, you know, or in the middle of a class, but sometimes if there's an assignment, you know, it's great.
Yeah, line up as if we're gonna run the show, please.
I just teach. It's kind of like teaching this isn't a great analogy, but it's kind of like an English teacher teaching Shakespeare. You know, Shakespeare wrote it, and then the English teacher kind of deciphers it and helps the kids understand it. Same thing. We have somebody that we pay to write our drill, and then I teach it and show them where to go and how it works and all the techniques needed to execute that drill.
Come on, man! You guys could do way better than that on that dance move. Go back to the beginning and do that tune again. Show me you like to dance, even if you don't. Pretend.
I liked it in high school, but then it got really technical in college. That's kind of why I take the fun approach that we do here. It's fun and it's a nice activity that we do that's musical, but it's, like I said, in college it was just too technical for me. It's still the fun pop music, but putting the two things together wasn't always my favorite thing.
The turnaround, it's turn 4, then back up for 4. So your actual upper half of your body actually goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that was not a good turn on my part, but then you have 1, 2, 3, 4 back up.
I love how music allows people to share emotions that sometimes are just unspeakable. You think you asked me earlier what my favorite part of music. I love conducting. I actually love it more than trombone. It's my favorite thing. I love being able to interact with the kids and have an opportunity to be musical and show how to be musical. Working with the pit orchestra is always, pit orchestra in the musicals is always rewarding, because you get to see students performing at a high level, but also they're performing professional level music.
I'm picturing, I know you got it upright, right? But I'm almost picturing like, okay, ready? 67, 1 and 2 and ready.
Tell me quickly, what's the story? You saw one in line where let him give a full description, then an answer to Javert.
There's a child whose soulmate needs me, please, monsieur.
Tempo doesn't change. The style does, the tempo doesn't change. She will answer for her actions. Is that you? Yeah. 84. 1, 2, 3.
It's a partnership. The kids get to share in that music making experience together.
I walk alone at night when everybody else is sleeping. I think of him and then I'm happy with the company I'm keeping. The city goes to bed and I can live inside my head.
You want me to talk about Jim? Is that what you? Yeah. You made me cry. Jim was probably the best colleague I've ever had. I think I think about this all the time. There's like three people that have kind of influenced my career. Jim kind of taught me how to be professional and taught me how to kind of ride the wave of how the year goes. And he cared so much about kids and always had an antidote for something. And he's definitely kept me on the right track in terms of how to act and how to take my passion and harness it so that it isn't overwhelming to people. He's always in the back of my head now. I wish you could get him to come in for an interview, but he's I don't think you're going to. I don't think so. He hung up on me. He hung up on me. Yeah, I called him. I was like, "You sure you don't want to do that interview?" He hung up the phone on me. Yeah. I hope to be able to have that wisdom as I grow.
You have a daughter.
Yeah.
Is she your only child?
She is.
Okay. And she's how old?
She's 6.
Is she musically inclined?
Oh, good God, she loves it. She comes and she hangs out with the drum majors. She'll stand and watch in the stands and conduct with the drum majors. And she just started piano lessons a couple weeks ago. She really enjoys that.
That's it.
Good job. That was awesome.
I think I was supposed to go down here for this one.
That's okay.
That's all right. You did a good job.
That was pretty amazing.
She comes and she hangs out with the drum majors. She'll stand and watch in the stands and conduct with the drum majors. And
Do you remember how long you've been conducting with the band?
Until I was 1.
Yeah, a number of years. She has enjoyed conducting, and when they're in the stands, right, it's okay when they're in the stands. She doesn't go out on the field, but she's been conducting. That's what she likes to do. She got a baton, right? Daddy gave you a conducting baton.
One time Daddy poked his eye with a baton.
That happened during, it was during one of the theater presentations, and he poked himself in the eye, and he ended up having to wear a patch for a little bit, right?
And Daddy has a picture of a patch.
A pirate. Somebody drew a picture of him as a pirate, right? Because of that.
So Dad teaches high school. Are you excited to have him teach you someday? Yeah. You think you'll be a good student? Yeah.
I'm kind of excited for Evie to come. I mean, I don't want to rush it, but I'm kind of excited to see her in my band and be part of our music program here.
You can see Gabe, on a parade, at the Memorial Day parade or at the holiday parade here in Concord, and know the behind the scenes of Gabe, preparing for Music in Our Schools Month. How many people can claim that they proposed to their wife at the halftime show at a Concord football game?
I remember it. It was October. It was raining.
Damp. It wasn't really rain. It was damp, and she wasn't going to come to the game.
At the time, I was working in Portsmouth, so I was commuting from Portsmouth to Concord every day. It was a Friday night football game. I was calling Gabe, and I said, I don't know if I can make it tonight. It's raining. I'm not feeling it. I've just driven, an hour home from work. Work was a long day. I remember Gabe on the other end, he held it together really well and said, "That's okay. No worries. You don't have to come."
I kind of guilted her and used a little reverse psychology.
There's always next week. And so I was thinking nothing of it, but of course I felt bad. So I said, okay, I'll be there. So I see the band come by, and the sousaphones sort of went to the back of my mind, and I see the band start to come by to do their review in front of the stands, and they stop in front of us. And I remember reading the sousaphones, Sarah Burke, will you marry me? And thinking, isn't that nice? And then out of the corner of my eye, Gabe came up and knelt down with the ring.
The kids actually did it. We made up a marching band command, and they got down on one knee, and it was cute.
And I can remember hearing my mom go, "Oh my God!" And then I kind of realized, put it together, that this was for me.
And I guess the rest is history, but it was kind of a cool opportunity.
When you have 150 kids, you want to keep something to yourself sometimes. So I figured maybe we'd go out to dinner, but it was amazing. It really was that he feels so strongly about the students he teaches that he shared that moment with them.
Show her that, I'd like her to be part of my life forever. Two things that I love.
It brings a smile to my face every time I think about it.
This department gives kids a place where they can always feel safe, which I think is very important, and I think it's something that Gabe thinks about a lot as well. He works hard to make this a comfortable setting for every student. He makes every student's voice be heard.
He, out of the blue, to keep the group happy, will just say a joke, even though it'll be super cheesy, and he'll search it online before saying it out loud.
I went into high school knowing that I wanted to pursue a career in teaching, but I wasn't really sure what, and there's so many different things you can teach, and I didn't really know which one to invest myself in, and he really was a crucial role in sparking my passion for music and showing me how great it is.
He's all in, and he's here the next day early in the morning, ready to go and do it all over again. I'm just very pleased and proud of Gabe Cohen.
It's fun. I walk around and build relationships with people, and sometimes those relationships are not just, they extend past high school. You still get emails from students about how their experience in high school helped them out in college, or people just let me know how they're doing. And
he has a really nice balance of being a teacher who can discipline you and show you what you need to do, but also you feel like he can be a friend to you.
Even if it's just a practice, he pushes us to do it the right way, just so when you do it the right way in the practice, you'll definitely do it the right way in a concert or on the field.
Ironically, right now I feel like I've kind of reached a goal, the band director at Concord High. That's pretty cool. There's not a lot of people out there that can say that.
You're doing a great job. Good job.
He's doing this, and that's my husband. That's every time I hear his name when they say, "Oh, Gabriel Cohen, band director at football games." I'm proud of that because I know what goes behind that it's not just a title, that he's putting in the time because he wants to and he likes to.
I just think I have a great job. I get to come to school and make music with kids all day. It's just fun.